Okay, I'm going to show you something new I've been doing, and it's been so much fun. And I'm going to do lots of them because I'm going to put these things all over the house. I originally got the idea from an artist who I follow online on YouTube, Denise Ciro, and I'm going to put a link to her video about these. I think she has more than one about these blocks. These are blocks that you put art on, or really just about anything on them, and then you showcase them anywhere. They sit on a table or a piano or in the kitchen. So these are a lot of fun to do, and I'm going to show you some finished ones, and as well as some of the what it takes to. I'm not going to show how I did it. I'll do that in another video, but I want to show you what you need, and I'll put links for Amazon if you're interested in buying some of the things. So essentially, when you look at Denise's video, she had a lot of excess art because she's been painting for years and years, and she decided to put them on one of these blocks, these 4x4-inch wood posts that you get at you get cut down at Home Depot or Lowe's or someplace like that, and her stuff is beautiful, and so she was doing them, and I just was quite charmed by them, and so I went and got some blocks, and you get them very inexpensively because you buy the whole. I think they're 10 feet runs, and you can divide them up, cut them up any way you like. The guy will, the girl will cut them, woman will cut them up to size, whatever size you want, or you can get various sizes and just cut up the whole 10-foot run of one of these. These are the 4x4-inch posts, and here's one of my raw ones. So this is something like you would get. Sorry about this video being so wonky, but I still haven't finessed my videos. Now there's things like this that can affect if you put something on it. There's different ways of doing it. You can just you can fill it in with wood or whatever. So you do want to fix these little divots that you may find in them. They are rough, you want to be careful you don't get any slivers when you're working with these, but they're just wonderful blocks that you can put anywhere in any orientation, and they're just great. And I also thought it'd be nice to because they're wood, you can put all kinds of hardware on them, have it an assemblage piece with these as well. I have a lot of ideas. Once you get them, you'll have a lot of ideas. You just have to kind of dive in. Now, when I was seeing Denise, I kind of followed her lead, and I took some of my old paintings and took them apart and and I mounted them on one of these, but I had so much paint and the canvas was so thick, it was really hard to manipulate it. And then you get your seams you have to fill in where it seemed like the canvas was really thick, and then if you put some collage on it as you go around, you need thickness with that as well. Or there's ways of making this it's seamless, but she has a lot of experience. She knows what she's doing, and I have I don't have the experience and I don't have the patience. So there you go. But these are so much fun to do, and anyone can do them, anybody. And I'm going to show a little bit about what I did to make these. Now, this is a painting of mine. It's cut down a little bit, and it was essentially a black and white collage piece. Now, I do have and use Procreate on my iPad, and it's just a wonderful program. And I was able to put this in there and do some blending and get these great colors. So I made it kind of like a sunrise, early morning, or morning, late afternoon, and then dusk. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I had a name for this, but I can't remember what it was. Moods of something, I think. So the thing about these is, which is so nice, is so you have, let's say you have a painting, and the painting, the original painting was sold of this one, but I had a copy of it, and the original painting was like a 5x7, so I ended up blowing it up. So you can do that on Procreate and putting it on a larger canvas, and then zhuzhing the colors. So that's what I did. But you don't have to do that. If let's say you're starting out as an artist. I mean, you could do collage on it. You could just do magazine pages if you like certain magazines. Or just find pictures you like online or whatever. Just kind of cut and paste them on there. Now, to make it a little more finished, I put the top on and I put a bottom on it. And I put these little feet on it, and I put a card. This one I did paint the bottom, but the others I didn't. I'm going to show you the other ones I did. And so for the feet, you have little feet like this. They're just dots. They're adhesive. You just put them on the bottom. I put a card with it just for whatever. And then the top and the bottom is a 4-inch square piece of, I think it's birch wood or something, or just 4 inches of this. And I put it on the top and the bottom. And these are very inexpensive on Amazon too. I'll put you a link for that. So what you really need to do this is just, if you want to, is get the block, and you get these 4-inch block. I think they only come in 4-inch posts. Most posts I think are 4 inches. Now, are they exactly 4 inches? No, because everything shrinks, so it's a little smaller than 4 inches. Each side is shorter than 4 inches. It's probably 3 and maybe, I don't know, 3/4 or maybe a little bit more than that. So this covers fine. This covers it really nicely for a little finished look. And then, so you need that and the little feetsy things for the top and bottom. And then you need your material, your picture. And because they're all the same, I only needed to do a couple of things on my Procreate, or you can just get copies of things and cut them to size as you like. Now I didn't wrap this. I just did the panels separate. Each panel was separate, and there was selvage on each panel that went out that I cut with a a blade. Those blades. Okay, so when you go to do this, once you do one and you get your pattern, which is really, you only need 2 patterns. You need a square for the top piece. The top piece is right here. You need a square. And again, if you have Procreate or any kind of graphics program, they're easy to do. And then you need your sides. And I played around with the colors. Like this is one color that I actually used. And you just need one of these, as far as the size is concerned, you just need 4 of this size. And you can put whatever picture you want on it. So these are some of my printouts that I got from after I did my Procreate. Just decided what I wanted to, I did the coloring, I used the coloring, and then I printed it out. This, another one, you can change things a lot with the Procreate program, which is wonderful. You could use AI. I didn't use AI on these, but someone else did, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So you get that top squared off, you get a side, you get 4 sides, so you get 4 of the same 4x7s, and then you cut off the selvage with the utility knife. And then all I did was put on, I used gel medium for everything. I didn't use a nail or a screw or anything. I just gel mediumed all around the sides, the bottom and the top. When I did the bottom and top, I used a lot of gel medium and on both sides. So I used under this and on the top of the column. And then, it seems fine. What else do I have to say about this? This is, you know, art for anybody really. And once you get your blocks, you know, anyone can do these. They're not hard. They'd be a great project for kids. The only thing is you can get slivers with them, so it'd be for older kids maybe. And you could put, you know, photographs on them or paintings that your kids did when they were little or something, or your own paintings, or you'll get a better idea of what more you can do when you look at Denisha's video that's below. Now, the only other thing I want to mention before I show you more of them, because I did 4 of them, I'm very happy with them, is I did use, this was just cheap copy paper. And if you notice, it's got, you know, the wood is coming through, the lines of the wood, which I don't mind. And then I put some wax over this. I didn't use a fixative of any kind, but I used just regular copy paper. It turned out nice, you know. But what I've done for other ones, and I'll show you which ones are done with this paper, is this professional business paper, commercial professional, 150 sheets, 8.5 by 11, 180 GM, glossy glacé. It's kind of it is glossy, but it's more of a matte, it's kind of a satin finish. Well, maybe it is more glossy on one side than the other. This looks more glossy. Beautiful paper. Now, of course, I also have an HP printer, laser printer, which also helps with all this. So, you know, there's a few things you're going to have to need if you want to do it this way. But you can always get pictures taken at Walmart or Walgreens, and then use those and just, you know, think of the sizes, whatever size block you have, you know, just the width. The width is always going to be 4 inches, but their height may change. And even that, as long as you get the full height, because you can always cut it down, cut pictures down. There's a lot of things you can do. You can also paint on them. You can do collage on them. You can do, my next one is going to be a jelly print, I think. I'm going to try a jelly print on that. Now, here are the others I did. Let's see, I want to, this one is called El Paseo. This is the one I did that is of my painting, and it's a very long painting. It doesn't, I didn't wrap it. I just did each panel separately. It's just easier to manage. And I tried to wrap the artwork, the canvas, and it was just so thick, and it got to be problematic. I said, I don't have time for this, dealing with this. So this is it's a collage piece, assemblage piece that I have, and it's really, really cool. I've had this painting for a long time, and I finally found an ideal thing to do with it. And this is one of my. Now this is another one. You can see the edges of the underneath with this paper. This is just regular copy paper. This is the first one I did. Love it. And here I did the original painting has assemblage on it, like that's a gold kind of button on it. I mean, you could put it on there. You can put all kinds of things on there. It's wood. It's going to handle everything you hand at it. You hand over to it. If it doesn't glue on, you can just, you know, nail it on or screw it on or all kinds of things. You can use all kinds of hardware. I had an idea to do an assemblage piece with some things that I've collected. And I think that'd be really fun to do. If you're a collector, get one of these blocks and just start throwing it on there. Maybe paint it black or something, or put a picture on it. So that's El Paseo. This one is Nightwalker. This is a collage. These are collages I've done, and I put them on, I copied them, of course, and I put them on a block. This one, this isn't wrinkled on, this is wrinkled on the original and it's photographed, and this has been, so I'm just stuck with that. Let's see this out of here. So it's just a really nice thing. You get the top to, showcase a little abstract on that thing. And then the same thing on the bottom. They're substantial. I don't think they don't weigh more than a pound. I don't think they even weigh a pound. But they're very, very, very nice. I'm going to try to, before I leave, just put the camera up so you can see how they sit on a table, how much space they take. And last but not least, I got this cool Oh, the other thing I want to say is, now when you use the nice paper that I just showed you, the HP paper, and use the HP nice printer, there's none of that stuff. You don't see what's underneath. It's thicker paper. So the better paper, you see fewer of the substrate. Of course, there is still a little bit there. So this one is with the high-end paper. And I didn't use any fixatives with anything except this one here. I did use some wax just to see how it would turn out. And then this one is interesting. This is, I don't know if anyone's used Pixabay. I'll put a link to her on Pixabay. Pixabay is usually free art. It's not copyrighted, I'm sorry. And you can use them freely. You can't sell the original pieces as they are, but you certainly can use them for your own usage. And I saw this, I found these pictures. She does do AI, so these are AI pictures, but she's also a graphic artist, and she's also an artist, so she does a beautiful job. Now, these were zhuzhed a little bit. The colors were kind of put in better. They're very pale. I'm going to put a link to these pictures to her site on Pixabay, and she has about 6 of these, so you could probably do a couple. You can do different pictures as well. I think they're part of her tarot series. And then what I do is I take, now this case I have more pictures than just the 4, so I put an extra one on the top. I like this because it reminds me of, I don't know if any Remedios Varo or Lenora Carrington. They were women that did kind of, what do you call it, dolly art. What do you call that? You know, like I can't think of the word. I'm getting older. So it reminds me of that kind of stuff. So let's say, you know, a lot of people talking about just mentioning AI. A lot of people talk about AI and they say, oh, it's a terrible thing for artists. I think it's gonna, if you're doing your own art, physical art, analog art, I think that'll be worth more money. And if you sell them, I think in some ways, because people still want the original art. There is something about AI that has a similarity to it. In the hands of a good artist, you can do really beautiful stuff with it that's not so cookie cutter. But you know, if you have a disability of some kind, or if you've always wanted to do art but just don't have the time or the energy, or you just don't feel like you're good enough, you can pick up something at Pixabay and something you like, or your own magazines or whatever, and just cut and paste these on one of these wooden blocks. They're really, really nice. Great presentation. And as I said, you can move them anywhere. You don't have to hang them up. If you're living in a rental property, they just go with you wherever you go. They are heavy, a little heavy though. They're probably like, I don't know, maybe it's a pound. Well, it feels like a pound of butter. I don't know. So that's what I have to say. I'm going to see if I can move this up a little bit. I don't know if you'll see how they look. I'm gonna try to move back. That's not gonna work. One of these days I'm gonna have a good situation with how I do my videos. But isn't that fun? There's just so much fun. And they're all different. And let's see. Take them anyway. Give them as gifts for holidays. Well, because I think the final cost of each one of these, after I priced them out, was probably, after the pricing and the cutting, it was probably $2 each. So for a substrate, they're dirt cheap. These substrates they're dirt cheap, really. You do have to watch out for the sliver. They'll give you slivers though, so you have to either work with gloves or supervise. Okay, that's all I have to say today. I tried to put this iPad on a swinging whatever, and please check out Denise's video on these. She does great stuff, and she does beautiful art. Am I crooked? I am crooked. Okay, well, let's go. That's the way it goes. Welcome to my world. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Oh, what a beautiful piece of art. Linda, how did you do it? Have a great day.